Welcome to Let's Chat with Disco George. Today, I am bringing back a show favorite, Jacob from GR, but he has a new TV show. We all knew he was a star, but now he is with his own TV show and his little sidekick, his beautiful daughter, Avi. And I am so excited for you guys to see them. And they're going to tell you all about what the show's going to be doing and some fantastic stories. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
How about you, Jacob? What's going on with you?
Oh my gosh, it's a pleasure being back, Disco George.
Oh my God, it's almost been a year since you've been here. Time flies. I remember last time you were here, you didn't want to leave. You're like, oh my God, it was quick.
So
yeah, oh
you
my
guys
God,
were so welcoming. You know, the questions were great. The energy was fire. I'm glad to be back now with my little sidekick.
There we go. So let's get into the hustle of what's going on with both of you. When is the show gonna be released to the public?
So this July 25th, on Roku, Apple TV, all major streaming platforms, we're gonna be showcasing the first episode of Mr. Miami and Me.
Oh wow!
And this little thing, like this. When I got approached to do this, I was floored. I got to, my two favorite, biggest, and most important buckets in life: running, get refreshed, while simultaneously being the best father I can possibly be. So it's been absolutely fascinating and an amazing journey of capturing a moment.
Well, it's funny. I've been watching you for years already on Instagram and on Facebook, and you practically already had a TV show. I've seen her grow up. It's incredible, all the incredible adventures that you guys do together, and I'm so impressed by the things that you make her do. What was the inspiration for you to give her such task that usually most parents don't do?
Jeez, that's a long answer. I can be here for about 15-20 minutes, but basically it's to prepare her for the Coliseum of life. I wanted to see how much can this little human handle when it comes to stress, and I wanted her to push her boundaries so that she can see her limitations, and I would be there and to catch her if she falls and to coach her through. It may be physical, it may be psychological, but nevertheless, having someone, like, being able to see what your limitations are and believing in yourself. Because I think that's what happens. There was a book called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. It talked about how the good became great. And was it because of natural born talent? Was it environment? What was it? And they found out that it was through fostering opportunities. They took, for instance, Bill Gates. He became known for coding, right? He cracked the code in his laboratory at Harvard University, so he was able to code much more than anybody else at that time when it was brand new. That's what set him apart. They took NHL players. They found out their birthdays all fell from January to March. And they were like, well, how is that? Well, they were taking and scouting these kids at 5 and 6 years old on the ice in Canada. And what they didn't realize is that they were taking the oldest kid on the team. And then they were fostering the development through travel leagues, extra coaching. And that's what this is. I feel like that's the journey that we're on. It's just like,
yeah, you're a life coach, practically. You're a life coach. You're a life coach. And how do you feel about I saw a video, if production has it, there's a video of you fixing a bike underwater. How did that feel?
It would have seemed like, to other people, it would have seemed stressful.
Right.
But it wasn't for me. So it was actually pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How about putting all the scuba gear? Did it feel foreign, or was it something like second nature?
It was like second nature. I was like already used to it.
Oh yeah. And I see you also go out on the boat. Do you like scuba diving in the ocean and seeing coral reefs and stuff like that?
That's one of my favorite things to do. The boat is like my second home.
Oh, nice.
We go on it like a lot.
Well, I've seen some of those scavenger hunts that your dad does, Though those are world famous already. Everybody knows about those. And tell me, I know we spoke earlier and you said that your favorite thing to do is to climb and rappel off of GR, get refreshed. Tell us about that.
It's really fun. Like, I really like the part actually where I go down because it's like almost you're flying, but you're not.
What's the highest point that you've dropped from?
I've dropped from like
120 feet.
120 feet. Wow.
In Moab, we did a couple rappels. The longest one was 120 feet, and it was unassisted.
Wow.
She did it all by herself.
Wow, that's incredible. What's your next climb do you think you want to do?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't know yet? Well, I'm sure your dad's going to set a next goal for you, and it's going to be fun.
It's become challenging at this point. I don't know how to challenge her. She has this mental fortitude that is unbreakable, and at this point is like just keeping her safe and allowing her to have fun with whatever she wants to do.
Exactly. Well, I have always told my son, since he was born practically, that the key to life is balance. So you work hard, you play hard, you study hard, you have a good balance of everything. You also love dancing. I hear that you're in a dance troupe. So, you got to balance the dancing and the adventures and school and make sure everything is perfect, because
George, she's done a phenomenal job doing that. The accolades that she has, she won national champs in her varsity dance team. Also, you had presidential honor roll?
Yeah.
The principal honor roll. 2 years consecutive? How many? 4? All right, 4. I can't keep up with the resume now.
Yeah, I bet. You better start writing a resume for her.
I know. She needs a little resume. She has already a song out. Now she has her reality show.
Oh, wow.
She's a straight A student.
Tell us a little bit about the song.
The song is about like being yourself.
Okay.
Like you should not be afraid to like do your own things.
Okay. Have you done the video yet for it?
No, not yet.
Oh, Mac, that's next, right?
I think that's next.
Yeah.
All right. So let me ask you. I've been watching you practically be part of. You are the family at GR. You're always going around with your little hoverboards, and I see your dad uses it once in a while too. So how does it feel being part of the GR family?
It's really nice. I like handing out like towels to like relax the patients, and I'm really good at making coffee.
Oh, really? Do you do the Cuban coffee con espumita?
I don't know.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
We're gonna have to teach you that one.
I agree.
There we go. The espumita. You gotta get a little coffee and you gotta stir it, and you'll see. I'm gonna be going by GR and I'm gonna show you how to make it.
Yeah. Hopefully you can come by this Friday.
No, for sure. I will definitely be there.
So it's gonna be a red carpet event. There's gonna be entertainment there. We have a rooftop terrace that we're gonna watch the first episode of Avi and I. I think it'll give it's a great opportunity for people to see the culture that we built at Get Refreshed. It's not about vanity. Yeah. We've been successful at letting people know that, hey, this is not about just vanity. This is about living a positive, influential lifestyle and looking good while doing it. Because now we're all celebrities. If you think about it, everyone has an Instagram account. Everyone has a Facebook account. So now our digital footprint is going to live on there forever. It's not like those abuela pictures. Remember those albums used to have in the coffee, the coffee table underneath? Where those pictures would turn, yellow and they would turn old, and you had a couple big albums. Well, now your legacy lives on. It's a digital library. It's a digital journal of how you lived your life. So
your grandkids will be watching this.
Yeah, they'll be able to see. Wow,
they're like, oh my God, look at Avi when she was.
Can you imagine when you were dancing in your prime? If your kids can see that, your kids' kids, how cool would that be?
Definitely.
Yeah, and we're living in that time. It's such a cool time.
And we won't need a DeLorean to go back to the future. So let's get back to GR. I saw that you guys have some new procedures that I wanted to touch upon, because I thought that you keep growing the services at your location, and you're gonna be like the one-stop shop spa for Miami,
It's become a one-stop shop for the United States. We have people flying. Most of our clients fly in. It's very distinctively different from all other med spas. It's a destination med spa. People are coming in and they're like, I want the GR experience. I want to be in the VIP suite where I'm getting taken care of, hyperbaric oxygen chamber therapy. Somebody's handing out hot towels. Their lunch is served gourmet, organic on the rooftop terrace.
Yeah. Do you still have somebody upstairs playing music?
Of course. Yeah. We have our boy Marlon. He's always killing the drums.
There we go. Yeah, it's definitely a unique experience.
Yeah, it's great.
So let's talk about the liquid BBL. I think production has a picture, and if you want to, we could take a look at it right over here. How does that actually work?
All right, so that was JoJo's client. Basically, this is a perfect opportunity for people who don't have enough fat to transfer.
Okay.
Right? There's many reasons, but basically, with the use of filler, we can augment the butt to make it look more aesthetically pleasing. Because some people don't want to go under the knife. They don't want general anesthesia. In fact, the BBL is one of the most dangerous surgical procedures.
Exactly.
That the state of Florida is trying to come down on it. They've come down on it with huge rules and regulations as to how much they can take out and how much fat they can take out and how much they can put in, because there's been so many deaths. So this is a perfect opportunity for someone who wants to augment their butt, not have any downtime, don't have to suffer general anesthesia. You can use a multitude of fillers. We actually have the option of Radiase. It's a calcium-based filler where it stimulates collagen production. Sculptra, and I believe at one point Sculptra became popular. This is not new. Kim Kardashian was supposedly, she didn't get a BBL. This was what she did, but it was very expensive to do that. Sculptra is, you're looking at almost like a $50,000 BBL.
Wow.
Because of the amount of volume that you need, the amount of Sculptra that you need. I mean, at Get Refreshed, we've broken it down because we're such a high volume practice. We get the best pricing in the United States so that we pass on the savings to our customers. So instead of $50,000 now, for $5,000, people can look their best in the beach.
Wow. And is there any downtime when you do this procedure?
No downtime. That's the beauty of non-invasive procedures. There's no downtime.
Wow. And no pain whatsoever.
No pain. Especially, we pride ourselves at Get Refreshed for being a center of excellence when it comes to pain management. Because this is elective. You don't have to do this.
Exactly.
And there was a study that came out where they found out the 3 reasons why people don't get stuff done is 1, the cost, 2, bruising, and 3, pain. People don't want to feel pain for an elective procedure. So we've just become experts at pain management with the use of lidocaine, gases. Sometimes we do regional blocks. We block the area, the nerve innervation for 2 hours so that we can do anything. I mean, if we wanted to, we could take a scalpel and cut them and they wouldn't feel it.
Wow.
But we don't need to.
Right.
We use a cannula. We use small little baby needles because we want to make them comfortable.
You've also, I've noticed on your Instagram, you've almost, not by design, but I've seen an increase of men doing procedures. I think you call it facial balancing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that and how it's changed, because now I see a lot more men, doing like the Cubans call it la papa. La papa. La papa that you eat ends up here. Did you know that? No? Yeah, it goes in, but some of it stays here.
It's shocking, man. We have more men statistically now at the office than females. They're flying in from everywhere. And the guys that we're getting, these are not ugly dudes. These are guys that have their stuff together. I mean, they smell good. They look good. They got the money. They got the charisma. they fix their traumas in life, and they just want to look like the best version of themselves to create the perfect catch. And I gotta say, it's been quite influential meeting these people. These gentlemen that come in, they've changed my life. I've become more healthy. I've developed a morning routine that's conducive to being successful in life. Mentally, physically, financially. So I think that is great that guys are now taking care of themselves better, because it was always like a negative stigma around it.
Well, they've always because they always said men should never do anything. They should just brush their hair and their teeth, of course, and go to work, and that's it. That was that. We never did anything else.
Yeah, and I think there's another. I think women influence this. If you look at women, look how great women look at 50 now.
Oh yeah.
50, 60, they look amazing compared to just 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And if you have your 50-year-old or a 60-year-old woman that looks beautiful and is just taking care of herself, that's influencing the guys to be like, man, I don't want to look like that viejos with that beautiful wife, So I think it's influenced guys to be like, hey, you know what? I want to look good together, not just looking good, for my wife.
What was it that you did with this gentleman here?
All right, so this is a perfect example of non-detectable facial masculinization. We augmented by the millimeter, like the width of a penny in several areas to really accentuate the masculine features. Like, all right, you mentioned submental fullness, right? La papada?
La papada.
Yeah. By adding filler to the chin, not only do we make it masculine, more robust, and we're just using what we know are the anatomically correct proportions on a face. So we're not just winging it. This is a mathematical equation. We know that augmenting the chin, it will bring this up. By using PDO threads, we can scaffold the natural fat pad, so we don't have to add more filler and make it look fake. If you look at the nose, for instance, you can. This is immediately post-injection. If you look at the nose, it just looks different. It looks better, but you don't know what was done.
Yeah.
And that's just by strategically placing filler.
And he's in his 20s, right? More or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say mid-20s.
Yeah. And what have you seen the age range for men doing this?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say mid-20s to 50s. Well, it's a wide spectrum.
Okay.
I think it's the guys who at mid-20s who have a little bit of money and want to take care of themselves, or they see that this is an alternative to surgery to fix their nose or augment it with no downtime. And then you have your 50-year-olds who are reclaiming themselves because Ozempic has been so big.
Yeah.
Ozempic, you've heard of Ozempic face?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so people are on these weight loss journeys and they're losing, 50 plus pounds. And unfortunately, when you lose that amount of weight that fast, it makes your face look older. So now they're coming in and they're like, okay, I look good. Now the body's good. Now I want my face to look more youthful.
And what's the solution for the...
Ozempic face is completely preventable.
Okay.
It's just, there's not enough people educating people who are on these GLP-1s. This is a peptide that you're taking, marginal semaglutide. As you're losing the weight, we have fillers that stimulate your body to produce collagen, right? So that's going to take time, though. It'll take about 30 days for it to stimulate that collagen.
Okay.
So while you're losing that weight, it's stimulating collagen production to basically make that skin a little bit more fortified, so to speak.
Excellent. Production, you have the other picture of the young lady that did the rhinoplasty. There we go. This one you could actually see the difference of what you did. And explain a little bit about the rhinoplasty.
Well, I want to ask you, what do you see? Where do you think we place the filler?
Well, I would believe that you probably did it, and obviously you go through the nose, and then you probably filled it right here. No,
that's it.
Yeah, well,
that's it.
That's what I would guess.
Check it out. We did not only the nose, but we augmented the chin.
Oh, okay.
By augmenting the chin and the lips, now the nose doesn't appear as large. A lot of people come in here and they're like, hey, my nose looks big. But it's because looks relatively large in proportion to the other facial features. Like your chin is short or it's receding. So we added a little bit of filler to her chin, and for her we didn't. I don't think we put lips, but sometimes we do. Filler to the chin, and then we strategically place filler and PDO threads on the nose. We were able to make the nose look smaller by adding something, which is
and you could and I as soon as you look at the picture, at least I see a huge change, and her demeanor of the face, it looks softer.
Yes, that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
it looks like we did something. We didn't do the job right.
Yeah, usually but the nose, just a little bump that you reduce completely, makes a complete difference.
And you would think to create a change like that, you're only using less than 1 ml. And wow. Let's put this into context. 1 ml. You know those little baby spoons that you use for tea or coffee?
Yeah.
That holds 5 mLs. This is, let's say it's 1 ml. It's only 20% of that little spoon that we're occupying, that we can make a change like that.
Wow. Avi, what do you think when you see Dad doing these procedures? What do you when you see those needles? How do you feel about that?
For me, it's like gross. I don't like blood.
No, you don't like that. But oh my God, have you seen the needle? Oh my God, but it's intimidating. But the beauty of it is that there's no pain. I'm like, oh my God. At first, when I first saw your dad doing this, I'm like, oh my God, he's cuckoo. He's putting this live out there.
On myself.
Yeah.
I did it on myself. I did.
And I'm like, wow.
PDO threads, filler. I wanted to show people that, hey, it's not painful.
Yeah.
We've become experts at managing that. And, someone who's already, I consider myself attractive baseline. But, so this is not for people that are like, oh my God, I see myself as being ugly. No, I just want to look refreshed. And I think the name speaks for itself.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the name. Get refreshed.
My friend came up with that, and I was looking for a name, and ironically, it was my friend Manny, who's the biggest pothead ever. And I was looking. I wanted a name that didn't sound invasive and is scalable. So I didn't want it to be about like get refreshed by Jacob. That's what it was initially. Right. So he came up with the name Get Refreshed, and it just stuck. I was like, this makes total sense. Yeah.
Let me talk to you. I also saw a video that you did with a young lady that had cancer, but she had a problem. Half her face was paralyzed. Tell us about that story about her.
Oh, this was a cool case. We had this lady who had a tumor in the back of her ear. And when they removed the tumor, this was 20 years ago, when they removed the tumor, she became deaf and blind and paralyzed on one side of her face. So for 20 years, no plastic surgeon, nobody wanted to touch her. No injector wanted to touch her. And her best friend came in to get refreshed. They live in Tampa. And she told me about this case, and I immediately got on a FaceTime call. And I was like, hey, we're going to do full facial balancing on you. I'm going to correct that. And what we did was very novel. We were able to lift up and volumize the paralyzed side of the face, and then strategically using an ultrasound, we found the exact muscle fibers that we needed to relax on the other side, because one side just overcompensated. So it's almost like, it looks like, man, what was that character in Batman? That Two-Face.
Two-Face, yeah.
Yeah. If you look, his mouth was exceeding off the corner, his eye was bigger. Well, that's because he was compensating for the other side. So when he had to talk. So we actually had to paralyze some of the muscles that innervated the lip, and innervated her smile, so we can get it back to midline. And apparently it's changed her life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she came in twice, and now she's saying, she's feeling that she has more nerve innervation on that side. So she's more functional than she was before getting refreshed.
Let me ask you, which is the easiest way to get somebody that, let's say that they're far from your location? I know you're off of Coconut Grove, but let's say, believe it or not, this video goes everywhere. You know, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook.
You're
we'll
big, Disco George.
It's not me. It's not just me.
Yes.
It's the community news. But what's the easiest
Community
way
news.
to get an evaluation to see if they're a good candidate to be part of the GR?
Yeah, we've made it really easy. Now, you can shoot us a DM, and somebody from the concierge department can schedule you for a virtual consultation. And you're scheduling it with us. You're scheduling with the actual injectors. It's not a client coordinator being like, hey, this is what they might do. You're scheduling with Jojo and myself, who are considered arguably like one of the best in our fields. We make time for these people. You know,
Okay.
and
you do video chats too. So like if you're in New York or Tampa,
it's virtual consultations. So you can be anywhere. You know, you can at the comfort of your home. We're able to we get pretty close as to how much you need to accomplish your goals, and then from there they can get pricing, and from there we have a concierge department who reaches out and they're like, hey, they help them with the logistics of traveling. Sometimes they pay for their flights. Sometimes there's lodging, including depending on what packages.
Exactly, whatever the patient needs.
Yeah.
And to finish up the actual show today, do you have any promotions going on right now at GR?
Yeah, so we've been running buy 2 areas of Neurotox and Botox, and you get the third one free. And then once you purchase 1 syringe of filler, you get the consecutive ones 25% off. And if you come to the premiere this July 25th, you will receive our family and friends discount for continuing support from the community, from everybody who has followed us. We would not be where we're at if it weren't for you guys. So thank you to everyone out there. You guys it's red carpet attire. So come in your finest.
Awesome. And what's the actual address so people know exactly where they're at?
It's 2455 Southwest 27th Avenue.
Excellent. All right. Well, I want to thank both of you for coming in today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Did you enjoy the show?
Yes.
Awesome. I told you it was going to be quick, right? So looking forward to seeing you on Friday. And if you guys enjoyed the show today, please give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, please share it with all your friends. Have a great one.
Ciao. Stay fresh.